Welcome back to the Level 10 show. How are we all doing today? Bringing you more WWE Supercard. Today I'm joined with a special guest and a close friend of mine, Mikey, aka Kane for Life. How you doing?
Oh, good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's awesome to get you on here today. So let's get straight into it, Mikey. What's the differences between Season 1 when you started playing to now?
Oh boy. That's a good question.
Because there's
That's
a lot of changes, I'm
a
sure.
lot of changes, man. Yeah, a lot. I would say the biggest one, Scotty, is definitely the pay to win aspect is it's increased drastically where you in season 1 card exclusivity, whether it was PCC or Road to Glory, some of them um, they were difficult to obtain unless you spent a lot.
Yeah.
And in this case now, from season 2 on to season 3, you can simply spend a lot and then just sit atop a mountain. It just takes I guess, the fun out of it, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
not everybody. So yeah, that's it. Money in the Bank. I know a lot of people aren't fans of that. I mean, having an event level pro from just simply using what we all know as the ad glitch,
Yeah.
that's not something that existed in season 1. It's a lot easier these days to win and obtain a card that looks really nice and beats event pros, as opposed to in season 1 when it took all weekend and a lot less sleep and a lot more money.
So, from what I've spoken to a lot of people in the community that played Season 1, um, was it like the top 50 that could straight away get the pro for the events? Or,
It Well, for PCC when it first come out, it was like the same names and the top guys like Figaro, Breezy. You had Craig up there. Double D, of course. There was a guy named Mokai, Jonathan,
yeah,
and they were top 5, kind of, rinse and repeat. And then Monty was up there. A couple of guys from AHTF. Kill Moves Kill went up there a couple of times, I think. And then from there, it extended from top 5, which was an instant pro, whereas rank 6 would get a single, which was still, you felt really great. I mean, I don't know about feeling great at rank 6, but feeling great down at rank 700 getting a nice looking single is something I did. I enjoyed it. I mean, it didn't win you a whole lot of King of the Ring, but then top 200 was introduced, and that's when things got, I feel like, really competitive. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I mean, you had more than 200 people grinding and grinding and grinding and buying titles and just trying to figure out a nice win rate with their deck. And that was just really competitive. And that's when the exclusivity, which I was talking about earlier, where you got 2 singles, you combine them, you leveled it up, and you had a pro that only 200 people got, and that was
yeah.
it. So I mean, you had a huge advantage. You did, and they looked really nice.
Well,
Um,
the thing
so
that I'd like to point out with that now is that a lot of a lot of changes that have come through have simply come through the ad glitch, in my opinion, only for the pure fact that, um, you know, as we're saying, it's made everything a level playing field, um, and people can actually grind this out, like events out for free without having to purchase, which means people are getting the cards quicker, and everyone's getting a major advantage on the playing field in terms of that.
yeah, with now you're referring to when people use it more than just Money in the Bank, like
Yeah,
RD and RTG, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Everyone's guilty of it. I don't think anybody, if they tell you they don't do it, they're lying. I don't think anybody is stupid enough to just. I mean, look, if you're racing to pro Matt and Jeff next week, the Hardy Boys,
Yeah.
I understand. You want a weekend, you don't want to spend it playing, no problem. But if this company that makes this game, I mean, they don't deserve any more of our money. So if there is an exploit which makes it easier on everyone to spend less money and less effort, I don't see the problem. I mean, I really don't. And you know what? It does level the playing field. You're right. Money in the Bank, $100,000, whatever, 100,000 contracts. You know, two instant pros, Undertaker and Mojo, for people like me who I didn't get Mojo. I just got Taker because I just couldn't bring myself to cash in on Mojo Rawley. But and the Taker card looks really bad, but that's just my opinion. I know some people like it.
Was
But
you not hyped for Mojo?
I just could. I looked at a couple of things and I'm just like, I was expecting maybe Kurt Angle, maybe someone, and they put out Mojo Rawley. I mean, it's like punching yourself in the stomach. It really is. But when they released this, and then they claim to have fixed the ad glitch, which obviously they didn't.
Yeah.
People still use it, so they must be collecting ad revenue, right? I don't know,
Well, that's
but
maybe one reason why they've not brought back PCC is because of potential revenue income from what we call the ad glitch.
right, yeah. I'm not sure if they're ever gonna bring it back. I know they said, didn't they tweet something about it? Saying they might in the future, something about spicy ideas, and I was only thinking, oh god, this is gonna be something about top 50 gets a pro, or top 5 gets a golden pro, or something super hard to beat, and then but it doesn't look like it's gonna come back. If anything, I think they'll introduce something like Endurance has an NHL Supercard, where it's like kind of a long running mode, and it's not something I'm fond of at all. It's actually the reason I stopped playing NHL Supercard, but I could see them introducing it though. I could.
Yeah. So while we're still on the subject of the differences between the seasons, do you feel like there's anything they could bring in for the current tier to, maybe make it more interesting or rejuvenate players wanting to stick around? Because there's been a lot of players quitting this tier. So I just wanted to know if you think there's anything that could be improved.
Well, I know one thing, and it's I know it's going to be something that we talk about a little bit later, but it's one thing they can improve is when you pull something from the board that makes you feel like you just wasted time playing their game.
Yeah.
And that would be a support. Or, I mean, there are people out there who would prefer manager over a third or fourth or fifth James Ellsworth or Swan or Cedric, whatever they are. And I get it, I do. But there's people out there who, they're pulling ladders and stop signs and tables, and they're playing 3,000 games.
Yeah.
And they're not like, so a lot of people aren't like you and I. They don't play, religiously. Like I can play a lot of games in a day. I have
resets.
you
A
know,
lot of
exactly,
hours.
yeah. When you have a casual player and he's rewarded, quote, rewarded with a table that he's just, I mean, let's face it, he's not gonna win with it.
No, it's not.
Really,
He's not getting any benefit from that at all.
no, there's nothing. It doesn't do any increase to deck strength. It doesn't make him feel like he just. I don't. You know what? Then there are people who they defend it. Very few, mind you, but there are people who they prefer it. But it's like, all right, well, what about when enhancements were first released and they counted as a tier pull? I mean, that was a nightmare. There were people grinding thousands of games for a legendary enhancement. I mean, it really is mind-boggling. I don't know how they haven't improved that yet, but it doesn't seem like they're going to. And then there's also, I know JB, he stumbled on the duplication, the glitch. That's another issue, which I don't think it'll ever get solved. I mean, there's always going to be a hacker here and there that figures something out. So, other than that, I'm not sure what they can do. I mean, I love the double event. I know you liked it too, the Hardy Boys
Yeah,
instead of one Hardy. That was
that was a
nice. That was a
brilliant
good
idea.
touch. It was nice, yeah. Adding legends would be good, and I think a lot of people would enjoy that. A lot of older people. Another mode, another daily, weekly mode, other than RTG and RD.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, like I said, I limit myself now because me, I can't stand King of the Ring. So
Yeah.
I just play ranked. I don't play at all. I don't touch it anymore.
That's
Rumble,
that's
very
the
very little.
thing
So
with myself. I've also stopped doing King of Rings for the pure fact that where people have bought so many packs, it's
yeah,
every slot is an instant loss unless it's the
exactly.
event cards.
Yeah,
And when you're coming up against that every King of the Ring, how are you supposed
it's,
to get
yeah,
yourself pros to improve your deck? 'Cause no
yeah.
one wants to be grinding 400-500 resets a day for the sake of
No,
two pulls, and potentially could get a support pull from that.
a support exactly. There's you just nailed it right there. Is the fun factor. There. Where is it? I mean, is there a fun factor? Do we do it because we have nothing else to do? I
Yeah,
mean,
and
sometimes I think I do. Yeah.
that brings back to the point you made earlier with casual players. A casual player
Yeah.
is spending 2-3 days grinding down resets rather than your hardcore players doing it in a day. Imagine,
Mm-hmm.
when it happens to us, it's happened again. But for a casual
Mm-hmm.
player, it's, well, I've just wasted, X amount of days and hours for that, and
Yeah.
potentially, unless it's a two-stat manager, it's not even going to benefit me at all. So
No, not at all. Not at all. You could even say if you go back to back to back and it's a casual player and you go stop sign table ladder or stop sign single stat manager, which still they're decent but they're not that great. You could say someone wasted a week looking
yeah,
for a pull while others advanced and advanced and advanced. There's people pulling females off the board. I have yet to pull a single female, and I don't play King of the Ring, so I have none. And I
yeah.
don't care. It's fine. I mean, I don't want to waste my time and then get another support. I just don't want another support.
So
Yeah.
Mikey, let's with the support petition. Where can people go to find this, and what are the steps required for them to fill out this petition?
Well, it's my pinned tweet, and you would just have to click on it. It's pretty simple, actually. It's nice because I was gonna go with change.org, but I went with this one. And it's I think you just put your name. You don't have to put your actual name. You could put Santa Claus for all I care. You just fill it out, sign it, your name, and then we're over 1,000 now. Which honestly, I didn't think we'd get over 500.
Yeah, shows
But
how
you
the
could,
community is sticking
yeah,
together, and
you could see a lot of people are really tired of this. There's way more than 1,000 that are tired of this, but with the right attention and I guess with the right amount of time, maybe they'll finally, maybe Cat Daddy, maybe 2K, maybe somebody will take a look at it and maybe they'll say, "Wow, look, maybe we should change something." But it's on my Twitter. And I'll DM it to you again if you want, and you can retweet it or something.
yeah.
And
What I'll do is, for the people joining us, I'll put it in the link and description on the upload, so people can, it makes it nice and accessible. And
yeah,
I'll also link your Twitter account so people can find you. Any questions, you're happy to reply back to them. I'd imagine so.
yeah,
That's
no
great,
problem,
guns.
no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us on the Level 10 show today. Been a little bit different. We're talking more what can benefit the community today. So Mikey's been a massive part in that in recent weeks and throughout the course of playing Supercards. That's amazing. If you like what you see here, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Lets me know you're interested in the content that we're making here today. So thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you next time on the Level 10 Show.